Good morning. Thank you for sharing your little Christmas baubles with me, the ones that you've made yesterday. They're looking really cool. Well done. So I finished, so mine dried yesterday, and I haven't really done anything else to it other than add some little string at the top. So yeah, I've got two little Christmas baubles now, and I did make a third yesterday and thought we could maybe do this together today. And this was, it's just from a magazine. So the same process, but just with a magazine. So we're going to make something similar to this today. So what you will need, I'm going to do it a little bit different today. I'm going to use the PVA glue today. I did speak about this a little with you yesterday. If you haven't got any PVA glue, you can use the paste that we used yesterday, which was 1/3 of a cup of flour and 1/3 of a cup of water, and then we mix them together. However, I'm going to use this one today. Just want to show you this technique. So you'll need your PVA glue, your string, your aluminium foil, your masking tape, or your packaging tape, which is what I have here, and probably a little plastic lid or a little plastic container, because we're going to use that to pour the glue onto. And also your paper from either an old book or a newspaper, and then some colourful paper, which is going to be your top layer. Now I've chosen these just from a food magazine, so really vibrant colours, and that's what we use for our top layer. Alright, let's get started. I'll just move those down there. Oh, and my other essential, cup of tea. Alright. Oh, I do need to make sure that I keep that, because that caramel slice looks amazing, doesn't it? This is from 2017. Alright, enough waffle. So, we'll start with your aluminium foil, and we're just going to scrunch that into a bowl. So just as we did yesterday. And how much foil you use depends on how big you want your Christmas bauble to be. And if you're making a few, you probably want a few various sizes, maybe. Alright. So there we are. The beginnings of our Christmas decoration. So now you want to reach for your string and probably just snip that so that it's a little bit smaller. And you want to then fold it over. Oops. Fold it over. And these little pieces at the bottom, we are going to tape onto our aluminium foil. So you just hold in your string in place and pop in on the masking tape. And then to just help secure that, just to help secure the string, I'm going to apply another layer of aluminium foil. Just wrapping it around to your little bauble, like so. So it has reinforced it a little, but we'll continue to reinforce it as we add the layers. So the next layer is with your packaging tape or your masking tape, whichever you've chosen to use. And we're going to cover the entire bauble with the masking tape. So what I like to do is just tear some strips off and have them ready on the side of your table. I find it just makes it easier. Okay, that may well be enough. Alright, so reach for your bauble, and we're now going to cover the entire bauble with tape, so we don't want any of the foil to be visible. I loved the little red bauble that one of Miss Russell's students showed me yesterday. That was super cool. Alright, so I've just got a little bit of foil that you can still see at the top there. So I'll make sure that that is covered. And then to help reinforce your little hanger, your string, what I will do is reach for some more tape, and you want to pop this piece of tape through the middle of your string, which will then anchor it to your bauble. You see that? Okay. So now for the messy layer. So as I said, if you are using the paste, now is your time to mix your paste. So your paste, just to remind you, was 1/3 of a cup of flour and 1/3 of a cup of water, and then you mix that together. But today we're going to use this PVA glue, which is another option. And I actually prefer this. And again, you can just grab this at your local supermarket. So there we have our glue, and we are now going to reach for our paper. Oh, what I'm doing here, I was just tearing off the white bits on the bottom. So then why do I do that? The reason that I do that is because generally, if I'm using this as a top layer, I don't like any of the white bits. I just like the literature to be visible. But you probably actually don't need to do that today because we're using this as a bottom layer. So just tear it into strips. So I have a few of them just ready to go here. Trying to keep a tidy working area, which doesn't come natural to me. Alright, so now what you want to do, so same technique as yesterday, you've got your glue here, and you just dip in your paper in. Have a few ready to run with. So layer them up with the glue and just have them ready on the side. And this will then form the bottom layer of your little bauble. Okay, I have a few here now ready, so I'm going to start layering. And again, just making sure that we cover the entire bauble. So we don't want any of that tape visible. Excuse me. It's pretty messy, isn't it? There we go. So I can still see some tape, so I need to have some more layers. I think I'll need to buy some more glue when I head to the supermarket today. It's my turn to leave the house today, so heading to the supermarket. So my little bauble is nearly covered. It's just a little area here at the top. So I find using the PVA glue rather than the flour and water actually provides a bit of a sheen on the finish. Which looks pretty good. Alright, so we have, and you should have, your base layer on your little bauble. So it's completely covered now in paper. So now we're going to reach for the top layer. So I'm going to use that one, and perhaps this one, both similar colours. So this is going to form our top layer. So what you need to do here is tear it into strips. So not too thick. It's stuck to my finger. Go. So with this one, you can see it has a white border around. So I'm actually going to snip that white border off. Just because I don't want the white, I just want the colours to be visible, not necessarily the white. And that's what I was talking about with my books, my book pages, that's what I tend to do also. Sticking to my fingers. Alright, so I'll snip the border off and we'll tear this into strips too. There we go. Quite a few here now. I'll just do this last little bit. And then we can get to work on this next layer. So I need a little bit more glue now, so I'm going to pop that into my little tray. And the top layer is just a little bit different in that we are going to take one of these strips. So I want the colour to be visible, so I'm going to put the colour face down on the table. And then I'm just going to fold it over. So that's folding it once, twice, 3 times that little piece. So then what you end up with is just a little strip with lots of colour. So we'll do that with each one of these. I'll leave that one there. don't actually need all that much glue. So again, the colour that I want to be visible, I'm putting face down on my table and then just folding it into small little strips. Folding it once, twice, however many times for you to have a clean little strip. Little pops of colour. Okay, and this one. Doesn't matter if the strips are not identical in size. Similar would be good. Well, for me, is good. You might find you want a variation. So you want to have a few ready to work with when you start layering up. So we'll keep going with this for a little while. All right. We're going to have some pretty stunning Christmas trees, aren't we, this year? Alright, so how many have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably need a few more, I would say. Okay. There we go. Couple more, and then we'll get started on the layering. Not sticking together. One more. All right, I think we've got a good few ready for the next layering. Nearly all my little cups are covered in paint and glue, because this is what I do when I'm covered in glue and paint. All right. So if you had some paints at home, wanted to paint a little bauble, that's probably something we might do in the coming days. All right, but for now, we'll work on this one. So grab one of your strips and you simply start to wrap it around. So what you want is the entire bauble covered in your little colour strips. Really, really simple, but very effective. Probably won't need too much glue because you'll find that they're already coated and your bauble's still wet with glue, so but your glue's there on standby if you do need some. You see? I might not have enough, I might need to make a few more actually. Let's see how we go. You happy with how yours is looking? There we go. There we go. Oop. So I've only got 2 more left here. I think we might need to make some more. But she's coming together. So I will probably leave you here. I do need to make a few more, but you get the gist of what's happening there. And then once you've finished this final layer, you just need to wait for it to dry. And then you will have your own colourful little bauble. Well done. See you soon.